Most people completely misunderstand what it actually takes to register a company in Nigeria, and because of that misunderstanding, they either assume it is too informal, too complicated, or only suitable for large investors with political connections. But here's the surprising truth that almost nobody explains clearly at the beginning. There is no exact LLC structure in Nigeria, like there is in the United States. And that one detail changes everything about how you should approach this process. Because what people casually call a Nigeria LLC is usually referring to a private limited company registered under the Companies and Allied Matters Act, governed by the Corporate Affairs Commission in Nigeria. And if you don't understand that early, you can easily make decisions that affect ownership structure, foreign investment approval, tax obligations, and even your ability to legally operate in the country. But before we get into the technical steps, let's slow everything down and understand why Nigeria is even on the radar for entrepreneurs. Because registering a company in Nigeria is not just paperwork. It is an entry point into the largest economy in Africa and one of the fastest growing consumer markets in the world. Now, imagine someone like Michael. Michael is a 39-year-old entrepreneur from Houston who runs a logistics and e-commerce consulting firm. He specializes in helping online retailers expand into emerging markets. One day, he gets contacted by a distributor in Lagos who wants to formalize a long-term partnership. But there is one condition. They prefer working with companies that have a registered Nigerian entity. At first, Michael assumes this is straightforward. He thinks he can just register a company, open a bank account, and start operating quickly. But when he starts researching, he realizes something important. Nothing about Nigeria operates like a simplified online company formation system. And that is where the real journey begins. Because Nigeria is not an informal business environment. It is a structured legal system with formal regulatory processes designed to manage one of the largest and most dynamic economies in Africa. But here is where things get interesting. Michael is not alone. Every year, entrepreneurs looking at Africa's biggest market run into the same confusion. They assume company registration is quick and informal. But Nigeria operates with structure, documentation, and regulatory oversight. So let's break everything down step by step in a way that actually makes sense. First, you need to understand the main company structure people refer to when they say Nigeria LLC. The correct structure is a private limited company, often abbreviated as limited. This structure provides limited liability protection, meaning your personal assets are generally separate from business obligations. Now let's introduce Sarah. Sarah is a digital marketing consultant from California. She wants to expand her agency into Nigeria after landing clients in Lagos and Abuja. She assumes registering a company will be a simple administrative process. But the more she researches, the more complex it becomes. Name reservations, directors, share structure, tax registration. And this is where most beginners feel overwhelmed. But here's the problem. Nigeria does not treat company registration as a single-step process. It treats it as a structured legal formation involving multiple regulatory layers. And each step matters. So let's walk through the real journey. The first step is name reservation with the Corporate Affairs Commission, commonly known as the CAC. You must propose a company name and have it approved before incorporation. The name must be unique and not misleading or already in use. Now Michael hits his first realization. Even before incorporation, regulatory approval is required. And this sets the tone for everything that follows. Once the name is approved, the next step is preparing incorporation documents. This includes the memorandum and articles of association, which define ownership structure, business activities, and governance rules. And this is where Sarah starts to understand something important. This is not just registration. This is legal identity creation. But here is where things become even more important. Nigeria allows both local and foreign shareholders, but foreign participation often requires additional compliance depending on the sector. And this is where Daniel enters the story. Daniel is a tech entrepreneur from Chicago building a fintech platform for African markets. He assumes Nigeria will allow fast, unrestricted company formation for foreign founders. But when he learns about sector regulations, potential licensing requirements, and banking compliance checks, he realizes this is a regulated investment environment, not an open shortcut system. And this is where many entrepreneurs pause, because they realize something critical. They are not just registering a company. They are entering a regulated national economy with compliance expectations. But here is the insight most people miss. Nigeria is actively encouraging foreign investment, especially in technology, agriculture, energy, logistics, and financial services. And that means the system is structured, not closed. So once incorporation documents are ready, the next step is submission to the KCCAT. This is where your company is officially reviewed and approved. And this is where Michael experiences his first major delay. Because even small errors in documentation can slow down approval. Now Sarah learns something important. Accuracy matters more than speed. Once the EAC approves the registration, your company becomes officially incorporated. But here's where the illusion breaks. Because incorporation is not the end. It is a beginning. After incorporation, you must complete tax registration with the Federal Inland Revenue Service. This includes obtaining a tax identification number. Without it, you cannot legally operate or invoice clients properly. Now, Daniel hits his first operational challenge. His company exists legally but cannot fully function without tax compliance. And this is where many entrepreneurs underestimate the system. Because in Nigeria, company formation is tightly linked to tax and financial regulation. Now, let's talk about banking, because this is another critical step. Opening a corporate bank account in Nigeria requires documentation, identity verification, and proof of business activity. Banks operate under strict regulatory frameworks and anti-money laundering laws. They require clarity on your business model and expected financial flows. And this is where Daniel makes a mistake. He submits incomplete documentation and lacks a structured business plan. As a result, his banking process is delayed. But Michael takes a different approach. He prepares everything in advance. He defines his business model clearly, outlines expected clients, and ensures his documents match his incorporation details. And because of that, his banking process moves more smoothly. And this creates an important lesson. In Nigeria, structure determines speed. But here is where things become even more strategic. Why do entrepreneurs still choose Nigeria despite complexity? Because Nigeria offers something unmatched in Africa. Scale. With over 200 million people, a rapidly growing middle class, and booming digital adoption, it is one of the most significant consumer markets on the continent. It is especially strong in fintech, e-commerce, logistics, entertainment, and energy sectors. And for many businesses, Nigeria is not just a market. It is a gateway to West Africa. Now, let's zoom out. Because what is really happening here is not just company registration. It is entry into a high-growth, high-complexity emerging economy. And once you understand that, everything becomes clearer. Every requirement is designed to ensure legitimacy, taxation compliance, and economic stability. Now Michael starts to see his company differently. It is no longer just a business entity. It is a strategic foothold in Africa's largest market. And that changes how he approaches expansion. But here's the final insight that ties everything together. Registering a company in Nigeria is not about shortcuts or speed. It is about structure, compliance, and alignment with a regulated economic system. And once you understand that, the process becomes logical instead of overwhelming. So, if you are planning to register a company in Nigeria, you now understand the real journey. There is no simple LLC shortcut. There is a structured process involving name reservation, legal documentation, incorporation filing, tax registration, and banking setup. But you also now understand something even more important. This system is not designed to block entrepreneurs. It is designed to ensure that businesses entering the market are legitimate, structured, and capable of operating responsibly within a large economy. And once you align with that system, you stop seeing obstacles and start seeing opportunity. Because in global business, the biggest advantage is not capital. It is understanding. And if you found this guide helpful and want more deep breakdowns of global company formation, international business systems, and real-world entrepreneurship strategies explained in a simple and practical way, make sure to subscribe for more guides like this. Because the more you understand these systems, the more confidently you can operate within them. And in international business, confidence always starts with clarity.